All right, have and have not fans. My goodness, I feel like I've done half a dozen videos on this subject already, but people keep asking me about it, so I decided let's talk about it yet again. So, before moving forward in the video, please do me a big favor. You know the drill, only takes about 30 seconds or less. Like the video. If you are new to the channel, or if you aren't new but you've been here plenty of times but haven't done so, hit that subscribe button to get me a little bit closer to 200,000 subscribers. Go ahead and hit the bell and select all. That way you keep yourself notified when I post new content, because with the haves and the have-nots coming back on the air tomorrow, why in the hell would you want to miss out on my content? And finally, go down to that description box. Follow me on my various social media platforms. Okay, I'll admit, based on the number of links down there, that would take a little more than 30 seconds. So, once again, let's talk about it. Is Candace pregnant? Here's my biggest thing. If it turns out that Candace Young is indeed pregnant, I think that all but solidifies that the show will be ending soon, because of the fact that based on the pacing, and no, I'm not going to rant about pacing, but based on the pacing, or at least how the show has been paced thus far since it first debuted in, what was it, April or May of 2013, guys, if you've been keeping track, I'm pretty sure Chandler, Melrose, Jake, and a couple other people probably just know this like the back of their hand, but the show itself, even though for us it's been going on for like over 7 years at this point, if I am correct, it's only been about 3 to 5 months max in terms of how much time has passed on the show. The clear indicator was after the car accident, you know, between when Melissa drove off the road with Veronica, and, you know, oh, I've been pregnant for a couple months or whatever. There's been no more than like 4.5 to 5 months in terms of the time span of the show. And we know how they treated the Melissa pregnancy, where she never had a baby bump, but all of a sudden when she was staying at Hannah's house before jumping off the roof, she was wearing these oversized t-shirts like she had a baby bump. So pretty much we're in a situation where I think if Candace is pregnant, quick. You know what I just said? It's going to spell the end of the series. Okay. I don't think the show's going to last long enough for her to have a baby unless there's a massive time skip. That's one. Number two, remember that Kyle and Scott, the current attorney general and all, they do plan to kill Candace, so it's possible she could be killed off. I mean, that's possibility number two. Possibility number three, abortion. What if it turns out the kid isn't Charles's after all? It could be an Alex situation where she's thinking it's Randall's, but then it's not Randall's, and then for heaven's sake, we never find out who the freaking daddy is. Option number four, the show actually does go on long enough for her to have a baby. I don't know. I mean, hell, it might be another 10 years. I don't know. But I think at the core of it, the pregnancy thing is most likely real. I mean, just from the little things, Akil seeing her going into the pharmacy to getting the pregnancy test. Who was it? I think it was Candace who told Benny that, you know, Mom, I've been laying down. My stomach hasn't been feeling too well. I mean, like I said before, the pacing on the show. Obviously, I'm not a woman. So I don't really know how quickly pregnancies work. I mean, go back to season 1 after Professor Cannon raped Amanda and she took a pregnancy test like that night or the next morning. And, you know, when after the funeral, when Jim and Catherine had Candace locked up to interrogate her, she's like, I saw the pregnancy test. Remember when you came over there to attack me, Jim? And I said it was mine, but it was Amanda's. There's no way that was a bad test. Like, there's no way you can find out within like mere hours if you're pregnant after having sex. Again, I don't know. So if you are a female or anyone who works in the medical field that knows about this kind of stuff, you know, feel free to enlighten me in the comment section. But in my opinion, I mean, when was the last time those two had sex? I mean, they slept together after they went to the White House together. And then not long after, that's when Candace was kicked to the curb. And they've had sex plenty of times before that, but it was only a matter of maybe a week or two. I'm still thinking that if she's pregnant, it would make the most sense if it was either Warlock or Oscar. But then again, I don't know. But I think for simplicity's sake, for the story of Candace getting a happy ending, is going to be Charles. But I don't think that's how it works. I feel like for the show to really embrace the whole you reap what you sow narrative, maybe Candace is pregnant. Charles is like, okay, we're going to get back together. And then it turns out the kid isn't his. It's either Warlock or Oscar's. And for people saying it's not Oscar's, Candace and Oscar had sex one last time before she drugged him, and then RK saved his life, and then of course eventually he got thrown out of the window. I'm thinking that either the baby is his, which would be horrific considering that you're carrying the child of the man you killed, or it's Warlock's, which would be an interesting cycle to how Candace was birthed or brought into existence, because Derek raped Hannah, and you have Warlock, forcing himself on Candace multiple times. So I even did an entire video breaking it down. Oscar, Charles, Warlock, who is the baby daddy. But I know there are a lot of people rocking for Candace and Charles, and I understand that. But please think about it critically. Do you honestly think from a storytelling narrative, and especially based on the haves and the have-nots from what we've seen so far, how many times has a character actually had a happy ending, or at least had happiness that wasn't stripped away within 2 episodes? I think when it seems like Candace is about to turn things around, she's going to be given the reminder of all the crap she did in her past. So I don't think the baby is Charles's, but I do think she is pregnant. That's honestly the easiest way, or the most simplistic way for me to break down my thoughts on this. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And please take it easy on me. If you don't think, or don't say what you want to happen. Think about it first before saying, it's Charles's baby. Think about it, for real. Just think about it. But then again, given the fact that Tyler Perry retcons things all the time, like making little Jimmy like a 6-year-old to like a 21-year-old pointing a toy gun at Jim, anything's possible. So, yeah, there we go. Maybe Mitch and Candace had sex off screen and it's his kid. I don't know. So thanks so much to the patrons over on Patreon. You can support me there by joining for as little as $1 a month. Or if you just want to be more direct, feel free to hit me up on PayPal or Cash App. And please, people, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll talk to you later.